So we're back, and tonight we're covering a topic we've covered before, because over the past few days I've become entangled in a bit of a spat with some, well, they call themselves astrophotographers, but based on some of the comments, I'd call them astro gatekeepers. Yes, we're talking about gatekeepers again, bullies. They probably don't see themselves as bullies or gatekeepers of the hobby, but they are. Whether they think they are or not, they actually are. So I posted a photo. So I got some new gear, obviously. I got a new mount, and I was gifted an ED72 to use from another member of the society. He said, here, use it. Have fun with this. Enjoy the good quality of it. This is a person who I know who has no concerns over the fact that I use a phone. Yeah, people find it strange that I image with a phone, but they let me do it because I enjoy it. I like it. I find it challenging, and I like the challenge. And most of the people that I know that I image, most people that I know in the Astro community who know that I image with a phone, they're cool with that. They're like, whatever floats your boat. If that's what you want to do, we think it's weird, but we'll support you. That is what the community should be like. Fine, if you don't like what I'm doing, if you don't like the way I'm doing it, or think that it's a bit different, that's cool. But don't be negative, and don't be patronizing either, really. Like, that's all I'm asking. Don't pick on someone or have a go at their work because you're not using equipment that they don't agree with. And essentially that is what's happened. So most of the people I deal with, they think I'm a bit left of field for wanting to use a phone, but they also at the same time think it's pretty cool. And they also think that the work I'm producing is actually quite impressive considering it's a phone sensor that's doing it. So they're really supportive, but some of these guys, not so much, like this exchange. So I'm gonna look this way a bit and just sort of read off some of the comments that I received when I posted a photo of my new mount with the telescope and guide camera and my phone adapter attached with my phone to the eyepiece. Now I was excited because I got new gear. First time I'd ever had new gear. And these are some of the comments that I got in a learning astrophotography group. What's the purpose of using a phone with such a nice rig? Does it make any sense? Cool. And I responded, why not? It's fun, it's enjoyable. Another one, why spend all that money on quality optics only to insult it with a less than mediocre cell phone sensor? It's not a challenge, it's limiting the scope's capabilities. Not your decision to make, mate. It's not your decision to make. It's mine. It's what I want to do. It's what I enjoy doing. You should be supportive of the fact that somebody else is into astrophotography. Not using the same equipment as you, using different equipment, fine. Let me use it. Let others do what they want to do. Don't tell someone that they've wasted their time or wasted their money when it's something they want to do. What else have we got here? Let's scroll through. Running a Ferrari on cooking oil with the laughing emoji. That's verging on bullying and gatekeeping. That is literally trying to take the piss out of me because of my choices. My choices. What else have we got? Let's see. Nice. Let him enjoy using phones. He can always upgrade later. Condescending much? Far out. That was a good one too. Let's go. What have we got? Most people build a setup and the camera is usually the last, hence the reason, no, not that one. That one's fine. What do we got? You will get subpar results. I looked through your collection and the results speak for themselves. No matter how good you get or how spectacular a mobile phone gets, it will never compare. I don't want it to compare. That's not why I'm doing this. Not your place to say, you know. When, what have we got? What's the next one? What else have we got? Let's see. Now, people have told me that I'm silly for responding to these people. But I'm jack of it. I'm sick and tired of people telling others how they should do things and what they should do in a hobby that they're enjoying. Or heck, in life, as long as you're not breaking laws, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But these guys seem to think it does. You should do normal. What's normal? Apparently it's what he says is normal, and everything else is wrong. Right? You're tracking great, your photos are lacking. You're robbing yourself of the potential of greatness. Mate, you don't know why I'm doing this. You don't know why I'm doing the hobby that I'm doing. Maybe I don't want to be great. Maybe I just want to enjoy taking photos of the night sky while I look at the night sky. Maybe I just enjoy challenging myself by using a phone and seeing how far I can push phone technology with a camera. Maybe that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not being alternative or creative. I'm just being wasteful. Hoping he hasn't bought a camera yet and that he's taking the piss. He'll realize quickly that it will not work well. Actually, it does work well. Not as good as dedicated cameras, no, but it does work well. What have we got? That's what I was thinking, but maybe he's trying to look cool and alternative, but failing. There you go, there's some more bullying. That's more bullying and whatnot. What have we got? I'll scroll on because there are definitely way more spectacular pics from cameras other than mobile phones. Why do you think people start with mobile phones and move on? Not because it's easier, because it gets way better results. So what? Really, so what? Oh, this is the good one. Why are you posting and learning astrophotography? That's the other reason everyone thought you were yet to upgrade to a proper camera, but you talk like a pro who doesn't need or want help, just to brag, so why post here? He decides if I'm a learner or not. Apparently it's up to him. I don't get to choose when I've learnt enough. What else have we got? We'll scroll on. No, that guy was cool. We had an agreement. So apparently because I've been doing phone imaging for 5 years, I'm not new anymore. I've learnt everything I can learn about astrophotography, and I don't have to do it anymore. I don't have to learn anymore. I'm a pro now because he says I am. What have we got? Apparently he didn't give me attitude until I started dismissing comments because of your attitude, mate, and the attitude of others on there telling me that I'm using cooking oil with a Ferrari. I mean, there's so many condescending comments and so many insulting comments on there because I'm using a phone. Why wouldn't I react the way I did? Why wouldn't I defend myself and defend others who do things differently because they choose to? Mate, that is the ultimate gatekeeping, what you're doing there. Let's keep scrolling. What have we got? Doesn't change the fact that whether you find it challenging or not, everyone's justified in bringing up why you're doing it, saying you're not doing it right, especially for the level of equipment you have. I don't care about your excuses. It's not an excuse, mate. And apparently using a phone means I'm doing astrophotography wrong. That there is a right way to do it, and everyone has to do it that way. You have to be a sheep and you have to follow that path. You cannot choose your own path and do astrophotography the way you want to do it. If you're not doing it the way this guy says to do it, you're wrong. Everyone's wrong. That is gatekeeping. Absolutely gatekeeping. And this guy doesn't seem to think he is. So what else have we got? So most of the other comments are actually really good, and people were asking me about the telescopes, but these guys just didn't get it, couldn't get it. They just felt the need to pick on the fact that I'm using a phone. And that is one of the biggest issues with this hobby. Just because somebody is using a product that differs from what you're using does not make it wrong, and it does not give you the right to have a go at them, to pick on their photos, to pick on their equipment that they use because it differs from what you use and what you are used to seeing used. There is no such thing as normal in astrophotography or astronomy. Everyone starts in different places and everyone goes on different journeys, and they do it because they enjoy the hobby and they love sharing their hobby with others. And we all should be far more supportive of other people in this hobby. Not dismissive like these people are, not gatekeeping like these people are, and definitely not bullying like these people are. They really could not understand that what they're saying is actually quite hurtful to people. Did it hurt me? No, because I'm used to crap like this for using a phone. But there are other people who use equipment. They might not be using a phone, but they might be using low-grade equipment and getting images that aren't as great as what other people are producing, or they might be using a phone and using it for the first time and not quite understand how to use it and want to learn how to use it. And people like that will turn these new people into the hobby away from the hobby, and that is not a good thing at all. So am I angry right now? Yeah, I am. I'm pissed off, really pissed off that people like this just don't seem to get that they do not own the hobby. They are not the controllers of astrophotography, and they have no right at all to tell other people that their gear is wrong when it's not, because that they need to understand that everyone does it the way they want to do it, and there are no rules when it comes to astrophotography. There just aren't. That is the end of my rant.